Morning, Daswatavi. It is Monday, the 11th of January, and I am sitting on the floor upstairs in my house because I need to be able to show you something on my lap, which is on this tray here, but while we work through our maths for today. So we are looking at starting work on area today. I've got a presentation here to show you, which I'm going to start now. There we are. I know it says work with a partner, but don't worry about that. Work with anybody you can in your house. It doesn't matter. And it says use 4 sticky notes. I've got sticky notes, but that's because I'm a teacher. You may not have sticky notes. So if you want to cut up some rectangular pieces of paper, it doesn't really matter. And then what it says is, can you make as many different shapes, rectilinear, which means it's basically square or rectangular or L-shaped or T-shaped, as long as they've got straight sides, they're rectilinear. How many can you make with your post-it notes? So if I tilt the camera down, I'm just going to show you how to do this. Let me just make my screen slightly bigger for you. And then I'll tilt the camera down. So I'm going to make a shape like this. So there's important they don't overlap. Now that is a rectilinear shape, so it's got straight sides, and you can do as many as you want of those. All of those shapes, it says, have the same area. How do you know that that's correct? And then when you get the worksheet, you can write in underneath on Seesaw. For the second part of your activity, it says Amir covers a rectangle with some counters. Amir thinks the area of the rectangle is exactly 20 counters. Is he right or not? And then explain why counters are perhaps not the best way to measure area. So think back to when we're using rectangular things and what properties about them make them good for measuring area. And then you can put your answer on the lines on the sheet, on Seesaw. Number 3, Ava draws this shape, this triangle here. To the left in this box, can you draw a triangle with a smaller area? And then to the right, draw one with a larger area. Number 4, there's 3 pairs of shapes. There's A here, B down the bottom there, and C. You need to tick the one with the biggest area. Now think back to question 1, especially with C. Think back to question 1 about, does it really matter which way you order your shapes? Does that change the area or not? And the question 5, a longer object will always have a greater area than a shorter object. Have a think about that. See if you can go back to your post-it notes or your rectangular piece of paper. Make a long one like this. I got a long one. It doesn't quite fit on my lap table, but there's a long one across the top there. Does that have a bigger area than a short one like that? It's shorter now, but does it have a bigger area or smaller area? Draw a picture underneath in the box here to support which you think it is. And then next one, Ava is measuring the area of the tabletop. She's covered the table with exactly 28 sheets of paper, a bit like we've been doing with our post-it notes or rectangular paper. She covers 1 sheet of paper with sticky notes. What is the area of the tabletop in sticky notes? Now this is really tricky. Go back again to this. She's got 28 sheets of paper, and then 1 sheet of paper has got 8 sticky notes in it. So this is a 2-step problem here. You may want to get adult help with that one. And then very lastly, Kim thinks the area of the rectangle is 12 squares. Is she right? Think about the size of these. The size of these are always the same. Kim thinks that this area is 12 squares. Is she right? And how do you know? And then that is the end of your maths today. If you have any problems with it, any questions, message me on Seesaw, message me on Dojo, email me. I am here to help all day, okay? Here to help you. Best of luck with it, guys, and I will talk to you soon.